Aloha is the earliest random access method. It is developed in early 1917, designed for radio LAN, but it can also use it for any shared medium. It is obvious that there are potential collision in this arrangement because medium is shared between the nodes. When a node sends a data, another node also can attempt to send the same time. So this will cause collide and packet may drop. Original Aloha is called as pure Aloha. This is very simple protocol. The idea is that each station sends a frame whenever it has a frame. Since there is only one channel to share, there is a possibility of collision between the frames from different nodes or stations. If one bit of a frame coexists on the channel with another frame's single bit, it leads to a collision and destroy the whole frame. That time we need to resend the destroyed frames. So pure Aloha protocol relies on the acknowledgement from the receiver. When a station sends a frame, it expects receiver to send an acknowledgement. If acknowledgement doesn't receive before timeout happens, the station assumes that the frame has been destroyed and resends the same frame. So whenever node sends a frame, the same time it will start a timer. So within timeout, it should receive a acknowledgement from the receiver. If acknowledgement received within a timeout, it will send a next frame. Otherwise, it will send a same frame. So it assumes frame is destroyed or collide. A collision involves two or more stations. If all these stations try to send their frames after a timeout, the frames will collide again. So that time pure Aloha dictates that when a timeout period passes, each station waits for a random amount of time before sending its same frame. So this prevents a congestion or a collision. The randomness will help avoid more collisions. We call this time as back of time, TB. Pure Aloha has a second method to prevent congestion also, that the same frame sends some number of times, like k number of times. So system or a node needs to wait for a long time. It will give up. So after long time again sends the same frame. So it will give a gaps between two nodes, and that time it will reduce the collision percentage. So we can see here there are 4 stations. They are sending a frames to a destination. You can see a collision duration where the packets or frames are colliding, and that frames needs to be resent. Stations 1 frame 1.1 and stations 3 frame 3.2 will reach the receiver successfully because it will not come under collision duration. That time nobody other station is sending a frames. The single bit also matches or comes in the line of another frame's single bit. The frames will destroy and station needs to send the same frames again. Procedure for Aloha protocol. First we will see the variables which is used in this flow diagram. K is number of attempts. If packet is transmitted same packet for multiple times, then K will be incremented. So K max will be defined. So normally we define it as a 15. TP is a maximum propagation time. When packet is sent from source to destination, it will take some time, that is TP, propagation delay. And at the same time receiver needs to send an acknowledgement. It will also take same amount of time. So total wait timeout will be 2 into TP. TFR is average transmission time for a frame, and TB is back of time, that is a random amount of time the node will wait to send the same frame. So it will start with K equals to 0. Initially the number of attempts will be 0. Sends a frame to receiver. It will wait. That same time it will start a timer and wait for the acknowledgement from the receiver. The time is 2 into TP. If acknowledgement received, success, and sends a next frame. If acknowledgement not received, maybe because of a collision or a delay, it will go K equals to K plus 1. So number of attempt will be increased to 1. If k is greater than maximum attempts, means if it reaches more than 50, then abort, just stop sending the same frame. Else no, it will choose a random number. So it may be from 0 to 2 raised to k minus 1, it's a constant. That amount of time the node will wait, then again it will send a same frame. If we can think acknowledgement not came to a node, the sender node, it will choose a random number and waits for some few seconds and sends the same packet. So this decreases the collision, because node 1 and node 2 sends a frame at the same time, collision will occur, they will not receive the acknowledgement. Again they will send a same frame without waiting, then again collision will occur. So node 1 waits for a random amount of time, it may be 2 seconds, and node 2 it may wait for random amount of time, 3 or 4 seconds. That time that packets will not collide, they send at a different time and they will reach a receiver. So this helps us to reduce the collision. TB equals to R into TP. So already TP we know, that is 2 milliseconds. For k equals to 2 attempts, the range is 0, 1, 2, 3. So how will calculate a range? The range will be in between 0 to 2 raised to k minus 1. So initially it will be 0, the next 2 raised to k minus 1, 2 raised to 2 minus 1, 2 raised to 2 will be 4 minus 1 is 3. So 0 to 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Now we will need to calculate TB, back of time. The formula for back of time is TB equals to R into TP. So R is a random number, we already have a range of random numbers 0, 1, 2, 3. Then TP is propagation time, we already calculated, that is 2 milliseconds. So first we will take a R equals to 0, TP is 2, 0 into 2 is 0 millisecond. Next R equals to 1, TP is 2 millisecond, 1 into 2, 2 millisecond. Next R is 2, 2 into 2 is 4 millisecond. And last 3 into 2 is 6 millisecond. The same thing we will do for k equals to 3 attempts also. So we need to mention that if k, the number of attempts greater than k max, the system stops sending same frame. So it will give a long gap and it will try again for same frame. The length of the time in which there is a possibility of collision, that time is vulnerable time for pure ALOHA. In the diagram you can say A starts at a time t. After some time, like t minus TFR, B starts sending a frame. TFR is a average transmission time, and C starts at a first. The time is t plus TFR. If you see in diagram, the B's end collide with A's beginning and A's end collide with C's beginning. The total B takes time is average is TFR and A takes average time is TFR. So total vulnerable time is 2 into TFR. A pure ALOHA network transmits 200 bits frames on a shared channel of 200 kbps. What is the requirement to make this frame collision free? So average frame transmission time is 200 bits divided by 200 kbps, that is 1 millisecond, TFR. So as already we have studied, vulnerable time is equals to 2 into TFR, that is 2 into 1 millisecond, that is 2 milliseconds. This means no station should send later than 1 millisecond before this station starts transmission, and no station should send during 1 millisecond period that this station is sending. Throughput is the rate of successful message delivery over a communication channel. It means the number of packets successfully reached a destination within a time slot. Throughput usually measured using bits per second, or sometimes in data packets per second or data packets per time slot. The throughput of pure Aloha is calculated using a formula S equals to G into e raised to minus 2G. G is the number of average frames generated by the system during one frame transmission time. It means when one frame transmitted from a source node to a receiver until it reach how many number of frames created by a node, that is G. For pure Aloha, when G is 1 by 2, the transmission is 0.184. We expect G equals to half to produce maximum throughput because the vulnerable time is 2 times the frame transmission time. We already know for pure Aloha, vulnerable time is calculated using a formula 2 into 2FR. 2TFR is the average transmission time taken by a frame to reach destination. Therefore, if a station generates only one frame in this vulnerable time, the frame will reach its destination successfully. It means there is no collision will occur. So let's look into an example. A pure Aloha network transmits 200 bit frames on a shared channel of 200 kbps. What is the throughput if the system produces 1000 frames per second, 500 frames per second and 250 frames per second? A frame transmission time is 200 bits frames divided by 200 kbps, that is 1 millisecond. If the system creates 1000 frames per second, this is 1 frame per millisecond. That is 1000 divided by 10 raised to 3, it will give 1 frame per millisecond. So load G is 1. In this case, S equals to G into e raised to minus 2G. That is 1 into e raised to minus 2 into 1. It will give 0.135. So that is 13.5%. That is for G is 1. This means for throughput for 1000 frames is 1000 into 0.135 equals to 135 frames. So out of 1000, only 135 frames will probably survive. It means probably it will reach destination. Same if system creates for 500 frames per second, that is 1 by 2 frame per millisecond. So when one node transmits a single frame from source to destination, within that a node creates only half of a frame, means half of next frame. So that is G. So G is 1 by 2, then S is 0.184. So for 500 frames, 500 into 0.184 equals to 92, and the only 92 frames out of 500 will probably survive. And same thing we need to do for 250 frames also. In pure Aloha, there is no rule that defines when a station can send. A station may send soon after another station started or just before another station has finished. So because of that, the vulnerable time of pure Aloha is 2 into TFR. So slotted Aloha was invented to improve the efficiency of pure Aloha. Slotted Aloha divide the time slot of transmission time, that is TFR seconds, and force the station to send only at the beginning of a time slot. Then vulnerable time will reduce half of pure Aloha vulnerable time, that is TF. This figure shows frames in a slotted Aloha network. It will show where the collision is happening. If you see, all the station sends the frames only at the start of a time slot. You can see the time slot 1, 2, 3 till 6. This is an example. So each collision duration you can see frame 2.1 and frame 3.1 and frame 1.2 and frame 4.1 will be collide, destroyed, and it will be resent. So other frames successfully reaches. Because a station is allowed to send only at the beginning of a synchronization time slot, if a station misses this moment, means start moment, it must wait until the beginning of next time slot. It means the station which started at the beginning of a time slot has already finished sending its frame. And of course, there is still the possibility of collision if two stations try to stand at the beginning of time slot. But however, vulnerable time reduces to half of pure Aloha. So it will be TFR. So in this diagram you can see a node A is frame and node C is frame started at the beginning of time t. So because of that they both collide. They started at a start of a time and B sends after t minus TFR in a next slot. So it will not collide. So vulnerable time is the only one frame transmission time, that is TFR, that is average transmission time. So throughput, it can be proved that average number of successful transmission for slotted Aloha. Throughput is calculated with the formula S equals to G into e raised to minus G. If you remember, for pure Aloha it was S equals to G into e raised to minus 2G. Here it is e raised to minus G, as transmission time reduces from 2 TFR to TFR. So maximum throughput is S max equals to 0.368 when G is 1. So let's look into an example. A slotted Aloha network transmits 200 bit frames on a shared channel of 200 kbps. So what is the throughput if the system produces 1000 frames per second, 500 frames per second and 250 frames per second? So first we will calculate frame transmission time, that is 200 bits frames divided by 200 kbps, that is 1 millisecond. The first question A, if system provides or creates 1000 frames per second. So first we will convert it into a millisecond. 1000 frames divided by 10 raised to 3, it will 1 frame per millisecond. The load is 1, that is G is 1. In this case S equals to G into e raised to minus G, which gives 0.368, that is 36.8%. This means that throughput is 1000 into 0.368, that is 1000 frames, so equals to 368 frames. So only 368 frames out of 1000 will probably survive. In second condition, that is 500 frames per second, then converted into millisecond, that gives 1/2 frames per millisecond. The load is 1/2. So S will result into 0.303. So then for throughput for 500 frame is 500 into 0.303 equals to 151 frames. So only 151 frames out of 500 will probably survive, means will not collide and reaches destination. And same thing you need to calculate for 250 frames per second.